everybody, and welcome back to GameRant.com. I'm Anthony Taormina, editor-in-chief of the website. It's mailbag time. For this video, nondescript box because the address is on the other side. But this is something that I've been very excited to take a look at. And it comes to us from our friends at 8BitDo. For anybody that might be familiar with 8BitDo, they make a lot of accessories related to gaming, fight sticks, keyboards, things like that, but they're probably most known for their controllers. And just recently they released the Ultimate 2, the 8BitDo Ultimate True Controller. I've been hearing nothing but good things about this. I've used the Ultimate 1 is one of my favorite controllers for using on PC, so I'm very excited to feature the 8BitDo Ultimate 2 in this mailbag. And they sent us a couple different of the color options. So it is available in black. It is also, I'm trying to, save the cool one. Not cool one, but save the unique one for last, but I'm not gonna be able to. The box is tight. Okay, spoilers, it's purple. There's a purple one. And then there is also a white one. So this is the set, 8BitDo Ultimate 2, available in black, available in purple, available in white. We'll open them all up, take a look at their colors. But just gonna give you a rundown. One of the main features for the 8BitDo is a TMR joystick setup. So these are built for durability and precision, better than Hall effect. This is kind of the new technology that everybody's going to be asking. Do the joysticks have TMR, or are they TMR joysticks? And for the 8BitDo Ultimate 2, they are. The other features we'll be able to see more clearly when we unbox it, but I did want to mention that that's not something you're going to be able to see in an unboxing. It's more going to be something you feel as you play or experience in the durability of your controller. So let's open up, we'll start with the black. We'll save the purple for last. Easy to get into packaging. Comes in a nice little plastic sleeve. There it is. And then you got a pretty minimalist dock that the controller sits on. So let me show you. You just pop it on like that. It rests like that. But what's cool about the dock beyond you got a USB-C port in the back, but then also at the bottom, there is, if you can see that, there's a little notch, and then you open it up, and within the dock is your USB dongle. So it's also USB-C instead of USB-A. Very rarely do you see USB-C on the dongle, but the dongle gives you 2.4 gigahertz connection. 8BitDo says it's got like a super low refresh rate or polling rate, 1000 megahertz polling rate, 1 millisecond response time, according to 8BitDo. But what I love about this is just the fact that, you test a lot of controllers when you do what we do at GameRant, and it's hard to keep track of, okay, these dongles. I have multiple 8BitDo dongles. So being able to pop this dongle back into the base and go, okay, this one goes with this controller. Obviously, your average person, you're just gonna have this one controller. You'll know that's the 8BitDo because it has the 8BitDo branding on it. It's got the kind of retro Mario brick texture on it. But being able to say, okay, well, here's my dock, here's my dongle, and I'll put them together is quite nice. All right, let's jump into the controller. So you've got a little plastic covering, but there it is. There is the 8BitDo Ultimate 2. You've got your, your power button in the middle. You've got your X, Y, A, B. This is a PC-based controller, so, it does use the Xbox configuration for your face buttons, but also, you're going to get that traditional XBAY. You've got your offset joysticks. You've got your plus, your minus. You've got a few different options. You've also got a button in the center to switch between your profiles. If you want to, kind of switch between profiles. And then some of the unique features of the 8BitDo Ultimate 2, or just the 8BitDo in general. In addition to bumpers, you've also got these kind of shoulder buttons that a lot of people like when they're in claw grip. So that's L4 and R4. And then you've also got one set of back paddles as well, in case, you want access to multiple buttons. So, most people will hold their controller like this. So at your fingertips, you can hit those buttons. If you can hear that, they're a little clicky. You've got your triggers, shoulder buttons, and then also on the back, you can see you've got trigger stops. So you can, do a long press or an instantaneous click. So you've got, you can, if you see that, you can flip it over and then instantaneous click versus longer press. Everybody's different. Some people want the instantaneous press for their shooters and their fighting games, things like that. And then you want the longer trigger pull for like a racing game or something like that. I mean, the controller in the hands, there's a little bit of texture on the grips. So, most of the controller is smooth, but then kind of angling it towards the light, you can see there is texture where your hands go on the grips, just to kind of give you a secure, snug fit. And then let's see if there's power in the controller. One of the new things for the 8BitDo is that, oh, there it is that the joysticks have a little RGB ring around each of the joysticks, which you can customize in 8BitDo's software. You can pick a bunch of different RGB colors. This is defaulting to blue. I wonder if the other ones will pick different colors. I just they're very simple controllers in terms of their design. They don't go for anything flashy. The back paddles are just slightly raised. They're not, I don't know if you'll be able to, you can kind of see it. Yeah, they're just slightly raised, but it's just like a good quality controller. And it seems like the changes that they made have been in service of making the controller better, but not like trying to reinvent the wheel, not trying to change what you might enjoy about the controller. Just adding a little, few kind of cool touches like the TMR joysticks, the claw grip buttons, and then the colored ring around the joystick. The other cool thing, or the last cool thing that you won't be able to see in this unboxing, but that is available, is it has 6-axis motion control on the controller. So if you have a game that does support 6-axis motion control, you can use this for your aiming or any experience that might use motion control. I like these controllers a lot. I'm very excited to give this try. It will most likely, I'll be honest, the 8BitDo is already my go-to controller for a lot of my PC gaming, and I think the Ultimate 2 will most likely replace that and be my controller of choice. I also love the dock, being able to just kind of pop it on there and charge. Having a USB-C dongle is nice because as you get more and more modern PC cases, they tend to favor USB-C a lot more than USB-A. But let's just take a look at the other colors as well, just so that you can see what those look like. We'll save purple for last because purple is, a unique color option. You don't see it that often. I think white is, my PC is white, or the PC that I use for gaming is white. The PC behind me that I use for like content creation and stuff like that, that is black. So here is the white. Maybe it'll be a little easier to see kind of some of the features. There are the claw grips. There are there's the connector for the dock, and then those are the 2 back buttons, and as well as the trigger stops. Let's see if okay, blue as well, but maybe that plays a little better. But this is the white controller, as well as the dock. Should have led with the white, right? Because it photographs a little better. So you've got the little notch where your USB dongle is hidden. You can plug it in via USB-C. You can get one of those cheap USB-C to USB-A converters if, for example, you don't have a USB-C port available. But the white one, at first I was kind of just thinking, well, I'll just stick with black. Most of the controllers that I use are black, but I think I want to go purple so that I can be able to differentiate, okay, this is this controller, or this is, for whatever experience. So this is the white one, the white 8BitDo Ultimate 2, and then finally the exciting unique colors option, purple. And I think this will be my go-to. All right, so the purple, ooh, that's a nice deep purple. I like that a lot. All right, so this is the purple. It's got like a, compared to the black, it's more of a deeper purple. It's not as bright as you might think. You got everything on the other controllers, no surprise there. But the triggers, the claw buttons, the shoulder buttons, all those are black, whereas on the white, it matches the color scheme. So on the white, your shoulder buttons are white, whereas on the purple, they are black. They are not purple. So just something to be aware of. Is it blue? It is blue, but you can customize it in the software, as I said. Here's the back of the controller. That purple is nice. It's got a deep, rich color to it as opposed to something that's like super bright. So you can better see that there are rubber feet on your stand, so it's not gonna slip on a surface. Got the connector, all the stuff. I'll definitely show you just because it's the purple one. So here you've got the purple 8BitDo, like that. There we go. That is your USB-C connector. And then you can just tuck it back in there, store it away for later. You'll know, hey, this goes with my Ultimate 2. And then you can put this on the dock. And there you have it. I won't put it there. But that's it. That's the 8BitDo. Currently, those are the 3 colors available. Potentially, there will be more colors available in the future. You got black, you got purple, you got white. 8BitDo Ultimate 2. Highlights from the controller. Color joystick, I think, adds a little bit of personality. You'll be able to, like, on the purple one, if you're a Lakers fan, you could probably put a little bit of yellow. On the black, you can maybe do a little red, kind of your red and black that people like. And then on the white, you've got tons of options that go together. You've got the new, well, I'll show it on the white. It's easier to see on the white. You got the new claw grip buttons as well. You do have the trigger stops. You have the back buttons. TMR joysticks, I think, is a huge selling point. People love the precision of their joysticks. They love being able to customize them, which you can do in the 8BitDo software. But I'm very excited to mess around with these controllers, see how good they are. I've been a fan of everything 8BitDo has released, but in particular, the controllers I've been a huge fan of, and I'm very excited to add, most likely the purple one, to my lineup of controllers for gaming on my PC. I do want to mention that I see on the box you can use these with Android as well, so a USB-C dongle in there. But very cool, very cool. Thank you so much to 8BitDo for sending us the controllers to take a look at in today's Game Rant Mailbag, and thank you for watching today's Game Rant Mailbag. I'll be back with a ton more unboxings in the future because I came home from a very long trip and there were a ton of boxes for me to get into a Game Rant Mailbag. So stay tuned for more of those. And if you want to be featured on a Game Rant Mailbag, just reach out to me and we'll set something up. Thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of your day.